Well, hello my creative friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Serena here. It's been a while since I have posted any videos. It is extremely cold today, but I haven't had the heat on in my studio very much, and I haven't had a chance to do much painting or art or anything like that. In fact, I haven't done very much on my studio. But now that we are rounding the corner to the new year, I'm looking forward to spring, and I will be in the studio much more often. So today I have an update for you. You get to see the inside of the studio a little bit, see what I've been up to, and we have some interesting bits of unboxing to do, and maybe a little swatching too. So come on, join me and let's have some fun. Well, I have some things that I've wanted to share with you, and I've waited to open these. These were from, some of them were from Christmas money that I got, that I bought some treats for myself. Some were from Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and open these and see what's inside. First one here. This one is from Jerry's Artarama, and I'm opening it upside down because I don't want my address on the other side showing. A little odd box for Jerry's, because Jerry's usually has that box with the pull strip. But let's take a look at this and see what is inside. I'll move it to the side so we can have some room here. There we go. Okay. Now, the first thing I got, which I wanted to get, I saw this on Linda Marcel's channel, and it is a symphony painting drawing book stand. So this is the vertical one. It's kind of heavy. I'm surprised it's that heavy, but I thought I would use it to hold up references. It's going to be perfect in the studio. It's not too big. It'd be perfect. It is 17.3 inches high by 12 inches wide and 15 inches deep. So you can see it's got adjustable angles to it. And you can got a little clip on the top that you can adjust, I guess, up and down, and grab your book or whatever it is you are using as a reference, or you can put your palette on here. I'm sorry, not your palette, your canvas or your sketchbook or whatever. But I wanted to get this, and I am thankful that she told us about this in her video a month or two ago, or maybe a month ago. It was on sale. It's now $35.99 on Jerry's, but it was on a blowout, special blowout, for $15.84. How can you beat that? You really can't. I think my camera is tilting down, so I'm sorry about that. I have to fix it. But that was a great deal, and I couldn't pass it up. So I'm glad she told us about that. If you caught the sale too and you wanted one, that's great. If not, you can still get it. It's just $35.99. Okay. I think my camera's all set now. It tilted a little bit, I don't know why. Okay, because it was so inexpensive, in order to make up the shipping, the free shipping, I got a New York Central Art Supply 100% cotton watercolor block in 20 sheets, 140 pounds, cold pressed. And I've never tried this brand before that Jerry's has, but I'd like to try it. It's 100% cotton, so I like that. Sorry for the shaking camera there. It's a 7x10. I kind of like this size. It's big enough that you can do some detailed work, but it's not so big as to be intimidating and that you don't want to start something or it would take forever to finish it. So I got that too. Then that was just a regular price there. And the last thing I got, first they packed this box with a lot of wrapping there. I got myself 3 boxes of 12 pieces, 12 pencils in each, a F, and then I got 2B and 4B, which I use a lot of. And these, unbelievably, were, and still are, I just checked it as of the 19th of January, still on Jerry's for a reasonable price. The F and the 2B, I'm sorry, the F and the 2B are $1.33 for a box of 12. I mean, you can't beat that. This one's a little bit more. The 4B is $1.38. They still have a couple of sizes left, or grades left, so if you want to try those, that's a good deal, definitely. I like these pencils. I use them all the time. In fact, I have one right here that is the Raffine Sketch, or Raffine Sketch, and I'll open up a page in my sketchbook here, and we'll take a look at that and see, you know, just a little bit how it's very smooth. This one is an HB. It's very smooth. It's very nice quality. I've never had problems with breaking leads or anything like that. You know, sometimes you get pencils and you sharpen it and the lead's broken. Then you sharpen it a little more and the lead's broken. I've never had a problem with that. They don't come with an eraser. It's just straight pencil, but it's a nice pencil, nice sketching pencil. I like them. The next thing I got was from Amazon, and a little funny story with that. I ordered it a day after Thanksgiving. It was, or maybe the day after that. It was Black Friday special. And I got these sets. There's 2 sets I got. Okay, and these are the Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus watercolors. I thought that would be interesting to try. I did see a couple of mixed media artists using these, and I thought it would be a really interesting, different way to use watercolor, to enjoy watercolors. Now, this is the set, I think this is set 1. What does it say? Yes, this is set 1. It comes with 12 bottles. It's got, if I can read these, I wonder if I've got, no, I don't have it there. I've got to read them right off the bottle. So this is, Hansa Yellow Light, Gamboge, Brilliant Cadmium Red. I don't know if I'm holding that too close. I tend to do that. Sorry about that. Light Cadmium Red, Deep Red Rose, Quinacridone Magenta, Phthalo Green. And on this side, we've got Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine, Cobalt Violet, Venetian Brown, Carbon Black, and Titanium White. And those are going to be nice, I think. I'm looking forward to using those. Something funny I saw on one of these, or on both of them, and I did not know this. I just want to put this back in the thing here, because it's cold. I'm filming this in the studio, and I took these from the house, but they are water-based, and I don't want them to freeze, because I don't know if that might harm them permanently. One thing I noticed on these, it has a sell-by date. It's 11/25/27, so they allow them a couple years to sell them in stock, and it has, I tilted it, sorry. It has another date on it, October 30th, 24. I'm assuming this is the date they were manufactured. So from October 24 through November 25, they allow them 1 year to keep it in stock. So I don't know if these go bad, or you know, I don't know, or they fade or something. I don't know. They're supposed to be like very light fast and archival. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe that's just their quality control to keep the sets from, you know, being too old when they sell them. But I did get this is set number 2. They do have a third set. Now, I got both of these $10 off their regular price, so I did get a good deal. Unfortunately, they were supposed to be delivered like a little less than a week after I purchased them, which is normal for Amazon. I don't have Prime or anything. I just regular Amazon. And it wasn't delivered. So I looked and said, it looks like there's a delay. We're sorry for the delay. And that went on for another week and a half. And finally I said, okay, let me contact them. I contacted them through text. They have a text customer service, which is excellent. I can recommend that if you ever have a problem with Amazon. I contacted them. I said, look, it's been, so long, and it was supposed to be delivered. It's just sitting there. I don't know what happened, if it got lost or what. The person that was handling the text was very good. They said, very sorry for that. Would you like a refund, or would you like us to reship the item? And I mean, I didn't want two of the same things. I certainly, that's not fair. I only wanted one of each, which is what I ordered. But they guaranteed me that no, it wouldn't be duplicated if it's already in transit. We can't locate it right now, but we will just send you the one if you want, or if we can give you a refund. I said, no, I do not want a refund because I bought it on special during Black Friday. And I definitely wanted that sale because they were $10 less than they are now each. And I had my eye on these. These were on my wish list for a while. So I finally got them at a good price. And I said, no, resend them. And they did. I had them within like 6 days, 5 or 6 days. So they did a good job with that. But this is the set 2. Let's take a look at what we get. This is Hansa Deep Yellow, Yellow Ochre, Permanent Red, Cobalt Blue, Indian Red, Viridian Green, Burnt Sienna, Alizarin Crimson, Sepia, Payne's Gray, Sap Green, and Burnt Umber. I had to stop myself at the second set because, watercolors, the colors, I don't know, it's something about the colors just get me. But the third set is kind of so-so. The colors are kind of so-so. I don't know that they grabbed me as much as these did. But what I'd like to do is go ahead and take these in the house where it's warm, swatch them out, and bring them back and show you. That's the best I can do because I don't have the heat on in here. And the last time I really tried to film a video in here with watercolors and post it, it was a complete disaster. I didn't post it at all, so you're not going to see it. It's horrible. It was a watercolor, and it just never dried. It completely froze. It was hysterical. It was just a disaster. So I just nixed that idea, and we'll try something more practical now. You won't see me swatching it, but you'll see the finished product. And I have one more thing I want to show you. This I got also from Amazon. This is from Pentel. It is a set of neon oil pastels. Now, I'll try to swatch these in here. I don't know what we're going to get out of it because, again, it's like below 32 or 32 in here. It's cold. But I'm dying to see what these are like. I've been trying to be good about this and, not try them yet. Okay, so I have a section here in my book that I use for swatching a lot. This is just a Canson XL mixed media page, and I've got a bunch of swatches here. I did pre-set this for pastels because oil pastels are very messy, so I have just a regular piece of wax paper here. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch these out, and we'll see what these are like. Oh, I can see they are definitely neon. I don't know if it's the cold or not, but that seems to wear it down pretty quickly. They're a little... I think it's the cold, of course. It's not very smooth. They're not like lipstick. They're very... they almost feel more like chalk, but with oil. But those are definitely fluorescent. Those are definitely fluorescent colors. Oh, these are going to be fun in mixed media. Can you see this? This will be so much fun. If you like mixed media or you do any of that, look at these colors. Do you know who would like this? I have got to email her if she's got an email on her site. But you know, all of us creatives and art loving people tend to watch each other's videos. You know, we all watch, you know, Melanie Chadwick and Linda Marseille and Sandy Hester, and you know, all of them. The blue one, so-so. I mean, there's just so much they can do, but it is vibrant. Monkey Mintaka would love this. She does such beautiful, vibrant landscapes and drawings and illustrations, and she said recently on a video that she is really getting into fluorescence. So I have got to tell her about these, because these were like less than $4 on Amazon, really. If I remember, I will link it down below. I don't get any affiliation with them. I don't get any, you know, stipend or anything. It's just, if you'd like it, you know, hey, one creative to another. If you've got to have something like this, definitely. Okay, so that was the extent of my pre and post-Christmas haul. I haven't done one in a long time. I got some practical things. I got the reasonably priced table easel, and I got pencils, which I've always used. I'm always using these, so, and I like the brand, so when I saw them on sale, yes. And I've had these P.H. Martin Hydrus watercolors on my site, on my wish list for a long time, so I finally did get them. There was one other thing I wanted to get, which was a rather high-end item. I'm not going to say what it is, but because I may get it eventually, but it was a very high-end item. It was on special. I should have gotten it. I thought it was going to go down even lower, so I didn't get it. And then when I finally decided, yes, I should just go for it and get it, because it was a reasonable price, even though I thought it might go lower. And I went on the site, and it was no longer in my wish list. So the Amazon had taken it off of my wish list, and the price had gone up. So I said, no, forget it. For that price, it's an omen, it's kismet, it wasn't meant to be. It went up, so I'm not going to pay that for it. I'll learn my lesson. If I see something and I want it, I'll get it next time. But this is enough to keep me busy for a while. So what I'm going to do is go ahead in the house. I will go ahead and swatch out these Hydrus watercolors, and I'll bring everything else in to keep it from getting too cold here. And I will be back with another segment so you can see what the colors swatch out like. Well, here is the result of the swatching of the Hydrus watercolors. Let's take a look and see. The first set, for both sets actually, had a lot of sediment that had to be shaken up. And I'm convinced I did not do a good job because the first set here you see I'm showing you now, except for the black and white, I didn't swatch the black and white, still had a lot of sediment in the jar. So in other words, this was a lot of the liquid and not a lot of the pigment. So these might be more pigmented than you're seeing here. But this gives you an idea of the colors, the actual hues that are in the sets, this being the set number 2. I do like that Payne's Gray. It's got that bit of blue in it. Some Payne's Grays don't have a lot of blue in them. They're a little more just gray. But overall, I don't know if it was because I did not shake them up enough, or because, and they had a lot of sediment left in the jar that didn't make it onto the paper, or it's because of the paper I'm using versus the papers I've seen them used on in videos. I've seen a lot of mixed media artists use these, and they come out really, really vibrant. So I don't know if it's the paper or the fact that I didn't mix them well enough, but you know, take that as you will. I don't know if I'm completely happy with them. I'm going to have to play with them a little bit more, but this just gives you an idea of how they swatched out. Well, you see, first of all, I have a mess in the studio. The good news is if it's windy and crazy blowy outside, I am nice and cozy in terms of not getting drafts on me. It is still cold in here because I don't have the stove on. I don't put it on unless I'm going to be in here for a good chunk of time. But you see all the paneling that has been delivered here. Oh boy. You've seen piles of supplies before. You've seen other wood delivered outside over the summer if you've been following along with my studio build. You've seen roofing delivered, and all those piles have gone down, as will this one. But I have to get it up on the walls. Oh boy, it's going to take me a while to do this. Even though it's tongue and groove, one part kind of fits into the other, so you can kind of see that on there. This has a little groove in it, and that will hold the, I guess, the tongue on the other side of the next board. So, let's put some up. Okay, so we are in January 19th. It's Sunday, January 19th. And I did want to tell you that, the studio build is one of the hardest things I've done in my life. And it's just been a series of solving problems, especially when I'm working alone. Most people have a helper, they have someone that can hold something while they drill and hammer. I don't, so I have to figure out all these little tricks. And this is one of them. You see, I have a clamp up there, and that's going to hold the next panel that I put up while I am hammering and drilling it in this space right here. So I have to, actually that space. So I have to have a level piece. I can't have it, falling down. So I have this support for it that will hold it enough to help me. And this doesn't seem bad because this is a 4-foot piece, a 4-foot span. So that's not too bad. But look at this span that I did. It just goes on and on and on because it's a 10-foot span. And I have the same setup over there, but I only have one clamp. So I have to keep taking it from one side and clamping it to the other side as I move up. Now you see, I'm trying to find my finger. There I am. I've gone up a few. I did 3 rows with the span of this, I don't know what you want to call it, this cheater, this helper, this, I don't know, there's a word for it, but whatever it is. So I have to unscrew it and move it up a little more to do the next rows. Which I will do, but this has helped me immensely with a 10-foot span, because holding the 10-foot span in the middle is no big deal, as a tightrope walker will tell you when you've seen them on ropes holding a long rod to the left and right of them as they walk across a dangerously high rope. But as you stick or extend the board outward and you're holding the end of it to try to hammer one end in, that one loose side becomes extremely heavy, and it's very hard to keep it in place while you're fumbling around with a drill and a hammer. So I will show you what I do on this short span, and then maybe you could appreciate the long spans. Here goes. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the nails in my mouth, so I won't be able to talk very well. But hopefully, you can still understand me. Alright. Tighten the drill and get this up here. Alright, now, this is all the fun part. I'm not going to talk while I'm doing this, so just watch and learn. See how that'll hold it up. I don't know if you can see that, how that'll hold it up if I'm doing a long span. If I'm doing a long span and I have to get that part drilled and nailed, it holds it up for me. I don't need it on this one because it's a short span, but here we go. Don't drop the drill. Okay. Now, here's the fun part. Because, don't laugh, because I definitely hammer like a girl. Yeah. You're supposed to hold the hammer, so if you can see, you're supposed to hold the hammer. You can't see that. You're supposed to hold the hammer down here. I hold it up here because I'm afraid of hitting my thumb. Okay, so I got one in. I think I can reach this one with the drill too. It's a little awkward, but let's go. And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not like measuring that out. Okay, this is going to be a little hard because I gotta figure out how to. This is really awkward. I don't have any place to put my darn it. That made some nice dirty marks in that I have to sand down now. Okay, I only have one more to do. I can't reach it from here, so I'm going to move the ladder, but you basically get the idea, and you see how much up and down on the ladder this is. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so you saw how I put in one little section 4 foot long. The 10-foot sections are really fun. Wait till I get up to the peak. That's really going to be tough. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but this is, as I said, a series of solving problems. So as I get up higher, I'll solve that problem too. Now what I need to do is go back along the lengths that I've done, sand down all the marks that I've made by missing the head of the nail and hitting it with the dirty hammer. So I want to take those off before I seal it with polyurethane when the weather gets warmer. And I also have to take these are called nail sets. I didn't know what they were called. I had to go in the store and ask the guy, you know, like, there's these things that you put on the nail head and you hammer it in and it countersinks the nail. And he says, oh yeah, it's a nail set. It's like, you know, you feel stupid asking for these things when when you're a woman and you go into big box stores, because they know what they're talking about. All these guys have done this like since they were 14, and you know, we don't know what they are, but this is a nail set. You put it on the end of the nail that's almost all the way into the wood, and you hammer the end to get that nail countersunk into the wood so that you can putty it and then sand it, and you won't see the nail heads showing through. It'll look nice if you look really close. If you don't look really close, and you don't do this, some nails will rust, and you'll see a nice drip line down the sides of the paneling where the nail has gotten moisture on it from humidity or whatever, and it just ruins the whole look of the building. So I don't want that. So I'm going to putty them in, countersink them, putty them in, and a lot more work to do, but we're getting there. I'm still working on it. So I do thank you for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. and subscribe if you'd like, if you're not already subscribed, and do some fun art today. Take some time for yourself to do some fun art. It's important, especially in the cold winter if you're in the northern hemisphere. You know, it's snowy, it's icy, it's gray. Get some color in your life. I will go ahead and see you next time. I don't know when that will be, but I will see you then.